My God, what a song!
You're a big Dear John guy. You've brought
It's
this
it's
up a
my
couple times now.
it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite songs ever.
What about it speaks to you?
I love a long song. I love when a song plus. I think you
Oh,
gotta have.
Jake, I think your mic's a little bit messed up too.
Fuck me.
Double check to see if you're no check it like you check your options too. It makes you might be in the
Oh yeah.
found out now.
How's that?
oh, that's
Sound
much
way
better.
better. Sound
Oh.
definitely better.
Okay.
Crystal
cool.
clear.
I love when a song is long. It's like the artist has the balls to do that. I mean, you could also not execute, and the song could be terrible and long. But
But
How
Dear
long
John
is
by
that
Taylor
song?
Swift is not.
how long's Dear John? It's like it's like 6.5 minutes.
Is it really? I don't know why I think of it as like three and
There
a
might
half,
be a
4
radio
minutes.
edit or something.
Yeah,
but-
That's
single
probably what I'm
single
thinking of,
version.
yeah.
yeah, the one of the albums.
I don't think I've ever listened to the long version. I might have to check that out.
Well, it's great.
Maybe we get another 10-minute version of a song for Speak Now coming out soon.
Yeah, it's got to be a weight off Gyllenhaal's shoulders, huh?
Yeah, now that John Mayer's got the heat.
Yeah, he'll get the heat again.
His turn now. He's done his time. 12 years of
Yeah.
it in Azkaban.
I'm a big Gyllenhaal guy, but I'm not a huge John Mayer guy.
I
he's
like John
fine.
Mayer.
I like John Mayer.
I have no strong
I
feelings
like
one way or the
I
other.
like both of them, quite honestly.
Yeah,
I'm-
John
I'm
Hall's
a
grab a
big
beer with him.
Gyllenhaal guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the end of the show because now the Swifties are going to yell at us.
Now we're canceled. We've done too much Taylor talk.
Yeah, we showed our ass too much by talking about Taylor. It's not like we have more Taylor talk coming up later in the show this very week, Liam, right?
You never know. You never know.
I do know because we have a whole ass segment dedicated to it later on with a very special guest on the program this week. That program, of course, is Pod on Lansdowne. I am Frank Castillo, who I actually just learned by picking his name. He passed away in 2013, so rest
Oh
in
my
peace,
gosh.
Frank Castillo.
Rest in power, Frank Castillo.
Yes, that is right. In 2013, he drowned, unfortunately.
Oh.
Oh. All right,
Yeah.
that's kind of...
How old is he, Fitz?
Ow!
He was.
Ow!
He was. I mean, it's public knowledge what happened. That's how I found out. He was 44.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Way
Jeez.
too soon.
Sad
Yes,
when they
gone.
go
Yeah.
young like that.
God, he was just a kid.
Yeah.
He
I
was.
mean, yeah, Frank Castillo. May you rest in
Where
peace.
was it? Where did he drown?
Arizona.
Oh God, you got to struggle to find water out there.
Bartlett Lake in Arizona.
What are the odds?
Ugh.
No,
What are the odds?
no, rest in peace.
You got to
Frank
search
Castillo.
out a place to drown.
Yeah, that's
Arizona.
that's tough.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm Fitz. I'm joined by Celtics in 7, aka Liam. I'm also joined by the Phantom IL, aka Jake. I'm sure we're gonna get some additions to that. Although we actually kind of did, didn't Blyer just get added to the IL?
Yes, he did. That's what. Yeah.
That's
Elbow inflammation, I believe, or shoulder inflammation. Yeah. I've heard
That'll
that
do
one
it.
before, folks. I've heard that one.
I love the Phantom IL. One of my favorite things in baseball.
We can't come up with an excuse for how bad you are, so we're just gonna make up an injury. It's fantastic.
go,
but-
just go away for a little bit.
Yeah, please and thank you. Anyways, this is Spot on Lansdowne. Glad you could join us. Glad you can join us for a very special episode of the program because we have, as I had just mentioned, a special guest coming onto the show. Sarah Griffin, Pod on Lansdowne alum, one of the original co-hosts of this very show, is joining us this week for a draft of local commercial jingles. I wonder how that draft's going to turn out, fellas, huh? I wonder what's
I
going to
wonder.
happen.
I wonder.
It's me.
We recorded it the night before this one. So last night, we're recording Tuesday. We recorded the draft Monday night. You're listening to this Wednesday. So I think my team dominated. I don't even think it's close. I think I have the best of the bunch.
I think it's close. I think I had a strong roster as well.
I think everyone had a strong roster, but I still think I dominated it. But that's for the listeners to decide when we post a poll on this on Twitter at Pod on Lansdowne. But in the meantime, we will get to that. But in the meantime, we got some Red Sox to talk, fellas. We got some Boston Red Sox stuff to discuss. kind of a bit of an up and down week since we last spoke. Red Sox are, 4-3 since the last time we talked? Or 3, is it technically 3-3 with it? Numbers are hard.
Well, no, because they took two from the Mariners.
4-3. 4-3.
Yeah,
4-3.
4-3.
4-3.
4-3.
they still winning series. That's all we can ask for.
That's what it's all about, really. At the end of the day,
2 out of 3 ain't
Doing
bad.
that.
you win every series. You go.
Quick math.
Hold on. I don't know actually. What is it? How do you divide 162 by 3?
It's 54.
54.
Yeah.
No, that's not. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, it is.
So you win 100 and. Wow, that's a great
108
season.
games.
That's a great season.
pretty
you
good.
win every
2018
series.
Sox
pretty good.
beat.
Yeah.
That's basically, so essentially,
They're basically the same team. Is
yeah,
what we're
as
saying.
far as I'm concerned, why have Mookie Betts when you can have Alex Rodrigo and Connor Wong? They'll just combine to give you that MVP production.
It's true.
I was like, is everyone just going to leave me hanging there? Anyways, so yeah, 4-3 run here for the Red Sox since we last spoke. I mean, again, I mentioned some good things, some bad things. I don't know. Do we want to start on the positive end or do we want to start more on the negative end? Because I have tidbits on both that I want to dive in.
I don't have a lot of the positive stuff. I don't feel like there's anything new really, unless I'm missing something.
Well, it's Chris
I guess
Sale's
Paxton.
continued dominance.
I mean,
Paxton as well.
Paxton,
Sale, yeah.
Hauk last night finally clean
But I
innings.
feel like we
4, 5,
kind
and
of
6.
know we know the offense now. Like there's not really a lot of movement there.
They've had their up and down days
Yeah.
recently, right?
Um,
Monday was not great, but over the weekend they had some very nice performances. And Manuel Valdez having his moments every now and again. That's very, very nice to add some depth to the lineup.
I mean, we could talk roster crunch because that's going to be very real very soon.
Let's talk some roster crunch.
Okay.
Part of that is
What
going to
do-
be
what do we
who's in
got
the
right now?
rotation. Some of it's going to be who's in the bullpen. Some of it's guys who are just not gonna be around as guys get healthier. As Duvall gets back into the fold, as Story gets back into the fold.
Yeah, so okay, let's lay it out. So I think the first guy due back that's on the IL right now is Witt. I think he's due back Saturday.
Garrett
correct.
Whitlock.
He's due back Saturday, so you figure they're gonna slot him in, and who are they pulling out?
Slot
They
him
said
into the
Kluber's-
rotation.
Are they doing a 6-man for a week? Because they said Kluber's making his next start.
Corey,
which is
not Corey.
beyond-
I mean, the thing is, it kind of makes sense because he's lined up for Sunday. It's not like you're going to bring Witt back and, make him start the very next day. So, I mean, I could see him going 6-man for a week and then kind of figuring it out from there. I mean, we saw Cutter last night for the first time, right? Since he's been back. Unless we saw him in San Diego. I don't think we did. But
I don't believe we did.
I would like Cutter to be in rotation.
Yes.
In a perfect world, Cutter's in the rotation, Witt's in the rotation.
My ideal rotation going forward is Sale, Paxton, Bayo, Whitlock, Cutter. Even after Hauk's performance Monday night, which was great. He was stellar. It's unfortunate that the Red Sox weren't able to push more than a single lone run across for him. But I am still... I mean, yell at me if you want, but I still get queasy whenever the lineup turns over 1 or 2 times with Hauk. And I don't think that great performance is as good as it was. I don't think that completely changes my outlook regarding Hauk's prospects as a starting pitcher. I still think he would be better utilized 2 to 3 innings at a time out of the pen.
I agree. You could piggyback him off Cutter or Witt as they kind of stretch out.
Yeah. Build a bridge. Build that bridge
Yeah.
to get to Chris Martin or to get to Kenley Jansen. Stuttering like a prick today. But, yeah.
prick you.
Yep. You got the reference. Yes.
I got you.
I'm the Oklahoma kid. But, yeah, if Corey Kluber is getting another...
I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it, man.
Kluber's getting another time through.
The,
I guess.
The fucked
the
up
start
thing-
Sunday was fucking miserable. Let's be honest.
fucked up
I
thing
hate
with
watching
Kluber-
him work.
Yeah, it's May 23rd, the day of recording this. He has had, I think, a start where it was where the resounding thoughts weren't this guy's cooked. I think there was one start where it was like, oh, that wasn't so bad. Opening
a
day was
guy-
bad.
I'm pulling up his game logs. The only one that
Yeah,
comes to
pull it up.
mind off the top of my head is the one in Baltimore. But everything else,
I think that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah.
For
Yeah,
a
he
guy who's made a career off of just throwing strikes and avoiding walks, in 2023 he is allergic to throwing a first pitch strike. It was painful against San Diego in the short time that he was on the mound. It felt like every at-bat started with a 1-0 count. You're just setting yourself up for failure with that. And would you believe this? He actually, technically speaking, only allowed 1 earned run on Sunday because of his own fuck-up error on the mound.
Oh yeah.
big
That's
brain right
yeah.
there.
Right? You know, if you're going to give up 5 runs...
That's outrageous. I have to say, like, if it's the pitcher that made the error, I feel like we should be allowed to charge that.
Feels like a loophole, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, but good for Corey. Talk about presence of mind. He knew he didn't have it. So
Situational awareness. Go home and tell mom you had a good game after that. You know what I mean?
go home to mommy.
Bye.
Yeah. You got the game logs, Liam?
I do, but first thing I want to point out is in 41 innings, 41 and 2/3 innings already this year, he's given up 18 walks. In 164 innings last year, how many walks do you think he allowed?
I know this because I mentioned it in the brushback. I believe it's 21.
That would be correct.
No, sorry.
All right.
Sorry to ruin the suspense there.
Well,
All right.
I wrote it in the article. I just remembered off the
But
top of my head.
but yeah, the only start that you can look at and say, okay, maybe there's something here still was the one in Baltimore on April 25th. He went 6 innings, 1 earned run, no walks.
Blind squirrel is right twice a day.
But I mean, everything else, he's giving up 5 runs, 4 runs, 7 runs, giving up 3 to 4 pretty much regularly.
And again, just one on Sunday, so maybe there was something.
In basically anywhere between 4 innings and 5 innings is basically what you're looking at from him.
What is the point? There is no upside there. The upside is capped. You know what you have at this point. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Whatever you see from Corey Kluber is what you get. I don't understand the infatuation with keeping him in there in the long term. Because again, it's just going to be 100 pitches or so of bleh, of not or less if he's dog shit like he was in San Diego. You're gonna get less than 100 pitches of bleh.
There's a Trill Withers tweet that comes to mind where what did he say? Sometimes you just don't have it. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But that's every 5 days for Kluber.
Yeah,
he doesn't have it.
He doesn't have it, period, at all. It's not sometimes.
I can't help him. I don't think he can help himself.
And
Great.
not for nothing.
Thanks for everything.
Yeah, thanks for that one time in Baltimore. The tribute video to him is going to go crazy in the future.
Tell my grandkids about it.
And again, I can't totally blame the front office for taking a shot on him based on what he did last year. If you just told me his ERA was going to be pedestrian and he wasn't going to walk a ton of guys, he was just going to eat about 150 innings or so, I absolutely would have signed up for that. But this is not the case. It's not just a pedestrian ERA. It's far worse than pedestrian. He's not limiting free passes whatsoever. He's not going to be able to eat
pedestrian.
No.
We'd be on top of the world if he was pedestrian.
You know,
I mean, he led the league in walks per 9 last year. Is what it's telling me on Baseball Reference right now.
And
One-
he's
1.2.
always been a guy noted for his control. So I understand taking the shot on him. The experiment just hasn't worked. It's move on. Give him the mop-up duties. Give him the spot start duties. You know what I mean? Someone tweaks their hammy real quick and they have to miss one time through the rotation. They're on the bereavement list or whatever it is. Yeah, maybe you can give him the ball in a pinch. Or, they're up big or down big and they need to eat innings from there. Sure, fine, maybe.
I mean,
Fitz,
for
I think
me,
Fitz,
that's
I think
for
it's
me, that's
over for
Pavetta's
that.
job.
Just generally
Yeah.
over. Could
Yeah.
be Pavetta, right?
Now
Yeah.
that Pavetta's in the pen, like that's his role, like swing
Yeah.
man, basically.
I'm all set.
I have
Well, then just kick
nothing.
him off the tour at that point. Maybe there you go. There's your roster.
Yeah, I mean,
he's-
there are. I mean, people are saying this about Pavetta, where they're like there are better options in the rotation. Like now that Witt's back, Cutter's back, Bayo looks good. I mean, Pavetta in the pen is even a better option than Kluber at this point.
And again, I mentioned it last week, and I'm leaning a little bit more towards the maybe just DFA. It is still early enough in the year where a lot can go south in terms of health. And I mentioned last week I'd be a little bit hesitant just to say sayonara fall off to Kluber, but that was also before Sunday's start, so I'm a little,
Fitz, I get
Plus
what you're
attached to
saying.
that.
I get what you're saying to the point of we could run into some injuries. I mean, how much worse?
But he
could-
just stinks, right? How much worse
could-
can a guy?
How much worse could pulling some rando from AAA
Exactly.
or signing somebody off the garbage heap?
And in this situation, maybe the devil you don't know is better than the devil you do know.
Yeah, it's like at least if you do that. I mean, he really is a waste of a roster spot right now. It's like, oh, here's old Corey coming in for 4 runs.
Oh,
in
the poor
4
creature's
innings.
still going for it.
Yeah, I don't know what you. He sucks. He's really bad.
Do you guys know we have
really-
an $11 million team option for him next year?
Yes, I do.
We
I
should
did
pick
know
that up right now, right?
Grab it now.
Just
You
for the
never
bit.
Why- Heim loves a good bit.
Heim, odds are, Rochambeau, you won't pick up that option. 10. All right.
God, even
We
just,
both say
even
7,
just
damn it.
looking at, even you said it, Fitz. Like you can't blame them for giving him a shot this year because, I mean, just the underlying numbers last year still looked good. His ERA was 4.3, but the FIP was 3.5. He wasn't walking guys.
I
His
think
whip
they
was
kind of
1.2.
thought Nate was going to come back.
Yeah, I mean, he did take less money to go to
Yeah.
Texas.
I think they thought
And he's slicing now.
they had him.
Yeah.
Which you can't be mad. You give the offer, and if you don't get him, you don't get him. But I'm all set. I have nothing else to say. I've been shitting on this guy for 2 months. He stinks. He's really bad. I know I say this a lot. I've never felt more confident it really is time for him to be a family man. He's like, what is he, 38? He's old too. Old and
yeah,
bad.
super old.
Had a
I mean,
great
it's-
career.
It's time to you got your size.
2 of them.
Call it. What do you I guess he never did really get a bag, right? That's probably
Let's see.
right. He was because he kind of had all his good years, and then he sort of bopped around, and it was weird.
He had a couple
Oh,
short-term deals where he was making fair enough money. If memory
Meanwhile,
serves.
while I look this up, I have Eovaldi's pitching logs up. Bro
I'd rather
hasn't
not.
he hasn't gone less than 6 innings since April 24th.
Ugh, that
He's got
stinks.
9, 8 and 2/3,
That
7.
hurts. Did he get 4 or 3 years from them, or 5?
Let's see.
What did he get?
Baseball Reference.
I mean, I don't think anyone thought he was going to be this good, but it's still.
No, I was not expecting that scoreless streak. I mean, because even do you guys remember his start against the Astros at Fenway last year? Where the velocity was just
Yeah.
he looked cooked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know.
I thought he was fried towards the end of last year.
Wow, so he
his
only
deal
got-
was down like
2-year contract. Contract.
vesting
Excuse me.
option.
3rd-year vesting player option.
okay.
34 million guaranteed.
Jesus,
Yeah.
that looks good
Huh.
now.
And yeah, now he's in the Cy Young
looks like a
race.
bargain.
right? Yeah.
Jake DeGrom is dead, right? Is he dead?
No.
Much.
No, he'll be back. He's not dead, but it's a Jacob DeGrom injury, so don't hold your breath. You know what I mean?
No, so he's dead.
Jake, you were right. He never really Kluber. That is never really got a bag.
Never really got the bag. Yeah, that's So that's probably
estimated-
hard.
Career earnings just under 80 mil for a guy that won 2 Cy Youngs.
Oof.
He kind of got a bag from the Rangers at that 1 year where I think he made 1 start, but he got 17 mil out of it.
Okay.
It's
You have a
He's made
Place
in-
in that
made in
trade,
season.
right?
What are we giving him?
10, right?
Yeah,
Something
hey, must
in
be
that
nice.
ballpark.
It's 10, and then 11 is the option for next year. So,
Must be nice.
I am getting close to that point of just
guys,
saying
it's Jover.
if they're gonna pay him the money anyways.
That's
You know,
that's what I
he-
mean. It's not like you've got a 3-year deal where it's like, oh, maybe he turns it around, he's valuable in the second or third. It's 1 year, and you have kids that are
That
you're
aren't
taking,
making that much. So
There's no
you're-
upside.
there is literally
It's a
no
sunk
upside.
cost.
That's why
Just eat it.
I can't. Yeah, cut him loose.
Sunk cost fallacy, baby.
Maybe he goes to the fucking Rays or something and figures it out. I don't care. I don't care at this point.
where does he live
Whatever.
again in the off season? I feel like we talked.
I
about
think
this
it's
last
in
week.
Western Mass.
Let's give his exact address.
I just
I'm just saying
pulled your IP.
if we cut him loose, I mean he doesn't have to go
Albuquerque,
far.
New Mexico.
Maybe he could coach or something. I don't know.
Yeah. What do we got?
I'm trying to pull it up. It's not. He lives in
You know what? Cliffhanger.
Winchester, Mass.
Damn it. No.
Sorry.
I was going to kick it to commercial, and it was going to be a cliffhanger, but
Why does he live in Winchester, Mass, of all places?
that's a good
Land.
question.
You
That
gotta
could
buy-
be
you want
that could be
land.
the cliffhanger there. Winchester. Why does he live there?
Why does he live in
Why?
Winchester? I don't
That-
think we.
Yeah.
Sure,
Good
find
question.
out. Find out after this.
I mean, I don't know if I have an. Oh, actually, yeah. No, I probably do have an answer.
Well, give the answer after the break. Back 21:30. All right, we're back. Pod on Lansdowne. Liam, why does he live in Winchester, Mass? Corey Kluber, that is.
So there is a piece here from NBC Sports.
So we have an
good
actual answer.
Friend of the pod, John Tomasi.
Friend?
So I guess he wrote an article about this in the off season. Or no, not the off season. This is from December 2nd, 2020. Oh, he was way ahead of the game.
It's right before he signed with the Yankees. When did he play for the Yankees?
No, he was with the Rangers in 19 and 20. So I think he did
no.
Tampa in 21 and then New York last year. Let's see.
Or is it vice versa? Was he New York 21, Tampa 22?
His wife is from Winchester. So that's he says
Well, we
this
gave
is
you an
where we
actual
wanted
answer.
to raise our family. Their kids were about to start school, so they were like, "Why move?"
Yeah, mass public schools. Good.
He has good judgment. Oh, hi, Alex. Alex said hi.
Interesting.
So,
Well-
not a Skitsy Mopena moment. The lady popped in to say hi. So,
There's
Someone was
a real
actually
person.
in
Yeah.
his room.
Well, that's enough Kluber talk for me. I'm sick of the guy. I'm sure he's a nice fella. Sure, he's a nice man,
sure-
but
sure he's a great guy.
I really am all set. On the other hand, gosh, that was a lot of. Okay, so you got to cut him soon, I imagine. If he sucks again, I mean, I've been saying this for like 3 weeks now. Oh, this is it, and it hasn't been. But
yeah, don't have to keep talking in circles about him. But
okay, so something I keep thinking about is the bench. I think you're gonna have to make some real hard decisions on the bench.
yeah, shift some focus on the roster crunch to the bench.
So our bench right now is Rommel, Rob, Pablo Reyes, and Reese McGuire, I guess. Right? Those
Yeah,
are- Okay.
sounds right.
So, okay. So you figure. Gosh, so I think Arroyo is.
Arroyo,
I don't
for
really
Arroyo.
want Arroyo over any of those guys, frankly,
No.
at this point.
because he
Not
can only
really.
play second.
Yeah. I mean,
And you already have
Valdez can hit. I mean, he's a major league
Kid
hitter.
is a legit hitter.
Yeah.
The way he's able to bring his hands quickly through the zone, the way he's able to barrel up the ball, he's doing it. He's not qualified at this rate to be like a Statcast leader in barrel rate, but Stats
Yeah.
tweeted out
Yeah, I saw
as
yeah.
of Saturday. It may have changed.
I think he's eighth. He was like eighth in
tied
barrels.
or like around the neighborhood of Matt Olson, who's having a great year, who is eighth in barrel rate in baseball. So he's squaring the ball up pretty nicely. And again, baseball is a game full of adjustments. He's going to have to adjust his second time through the league or so. Pitchers are going to get a feel of how to attack him, and he's going to have to change from that. But so far, being young, he's like, what, 24? He's looking splendid at the plate so far for a kid his age, a kid of his experience. If the defense can just not be catastrophic, which it was when he was first called up, it's not amazing. If he could just...
I feel like he's settled in.
If he could just be fine, right?
He's been like adequate.
If he could just be okay defensively, the bat can carry him through there. We might have ourselves a nice little second baseman on our hands going forward.
Well, so this is kind of they're in a really tough spot actually with him because he can't play short, right?
No.
So when Story gets back, you just send him back to Worcester, I guess, right?
Because he has options.
Yeah,
that's
but
part
that
of it.
sucks because
That
as far
sucks.
as development, it's like, what is that? That doesn't do him
Like
anything.
he has nothing left to prove down there. He went 30 and 100 in AAA last season.
Yeah, I just don't know. That sucks. That really sucks. Story cannot play short anymore, right?
After the surgery, should he be fine?
Well, that's what I've been wondering. Like, are they banking on him? Does he have his arm back? I don't know.
Even if the arm isn't fine, the play at shortstop, generally speaking, has not been great. I know Pablo has been pretty solid the last couple of days, but how long is that going to... You talk about roster crunch. When
Are
people
you
healthy,
saying
he's not around.
even if his arm is fucked, just put him there?
Yes, he has the range for it. Yes.
Just every hit to short is a single, but he'll field it.
He'll keep it in the
Yeah, he'll keep
What are
it
you going to do? Have
That's all.
Kike there, who's been like the worst fielder in all of Major League Baseball?
Kike's also one of the worst hitters in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, right? So what are you going to do?
quietly.
Right?
Yeah,
What's the difference?
I mean, it solves a lot of things if you can figure out a way for Story to play short. That solves most of your problems, actually.
It's true.
Because he's your shortstop. You keep Valdez at second. You keep Reyes. Guys, I said this last week, but Kike, I mean, it's looking grim. I don't know. I don't know.
He is not.
I don't know. I think Kike sticks around just because he can play the infield and the outfield.
That's the
that's
versatility
true.
of it
That's true.
would easily keep him over someone like Pablo.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, Pablo, cool.
Clubhouse
He can
guy,
he can play
you
the
know.
middle infield, but
Don't want to rock the boat in the clubhouse. They'll keep Kike around. Veteran presence. It sounds corny, but it's probably true. You know.
Do you think they? Gosh,
Do you think
they've got some really tough calls to make. It's
Well,
bad. I mean,
well,
it's good. It's good that you have good players.
There are worse
but it's
problems
like-
to have.
Yeah, I mean, like I
Do
think
we
Tapia
think,
has been super valuable. You don't get rid of him.
No.
no.
But
I
then-
hate to say it, but I think Ref is the odd man out.
No, but
Once
I don't
Duval
know.
once Duval comes
Ref
back.
still is mashing lefties though.
Yeah.
I know.
That's
solid
what I'm saying. I don't
defense.
think. I don't even.
But then you got two right-handed outfielders just stacked up on the bench because you're not going to get rid of Tapia.
Well, then what do you do
He's
with Duran?
left-handed.
You send Duran back to AAA again?
No,
I mean,
he's
unless they
earned a spot on the
do
team.
get rid of Tapia because the starting outfield are all lefties anyway.
Do you just trade
just-
Duval?
No, I don't know if people are going
No.
to trade him just coming off of an injury.
It's a 1-year deal. I
Maybe
mean,
it's
what
Tapia.
Would you
is,
rather?
is the question Tapia or Ref Snyder? Ugh. Liam might be onto something.
Because I mean, unless Massa and Duran and Verdugo suddenly start hitting right-handed, I'm quite certain they're specifically left-handed batters.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Tapia might be the guy.
And you're not going to make the bullpen more thin. You're not going to keep it.
No.
You know.
Oh, that would suck, quite honestly.
This is what it's a really difficult spot they're in like
I think-
2-3
I think-
weeks.
Can they send Tapia to like Worcester?
Who has options? Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. I mean, we know Valdez obviously has options. Duran, I guess if they have to, he does have another option, right? You have 3.
Yeah, but
Is that-
Duran's earned his spot
I'm
on
just
the
saying.
team
I'm
at
just
this
saying.
point,
I'm just saying.
you
If you
know?
don't want to cut anybody and you want to kick the can like 2 weeks,
you would kick
or
someone
whatever.
over sending Duran down because Duran's producing at the highest level at this point. You know.
Yeah.
Upon thinking about it, now you keep Ref Snyder. I think.
I think you
over
do
Tapia.
too. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think Tapia would be
Ref
the
is-
odd
So
guy
you
Ref
got
to
two
is a
right-handed
legit-
outfielders, 3 left-handed outfielders.
Ref is
You
a
know?
legit great fielder too, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think. Yeah. Yeah.
He's just, yeah, very, very steady with the glove.
I'm gonna miss Rommel. I am. He's been.
I mean,
great.
I
He's
know,
been
I
great
know
off
we
that bench.
love him, but
Not a great hitter, but,
He leads the league in pitch hits, Fitz. I'll have you know.
at an 86 OPS plus clip.
Okay.
yeah, I was gonna say I was just looking at his numbers and 30
right.
games. I mean, the bat's not.
They all
that
have,
much
All right,
they
yeah,
both have
Rommel.
around.
But
They
Peace,
both have
Rommel.
around 70 at bats. Ref Snyder's got a 109 OPS plus. So the more you look into this, I'm sure people are yelling at our cars, calling us idiots for not thinking of this, obviously. But no, the answer is Ramel Tapia out, Ref Snyder in. If it
Okay.
comes down
So
to that,
we
I
solved
think.
that. But
Woohoo!
the infield folks, that's a real problem. That's a legitimate problem.
I mean, I think
If Story-
Arroyo's out.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Arroyo's out. Reyes is out.
what does Arroyo really give you that Valdez doesn't at this point?
A right-handed bat and a name that comes first in the dictionary.
In the alphabet.
But, I mean,
yeah, in the phone book, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's tough, but it might be. Yeah, I think it is
I
actually.
love Arroyo. He was also kind of shaky this year too. It's not like he was
Yeah.
forcing the issue.
as soon as
on
he
his own.
started to hit, he lands on the IL.
Again, these are all good problems to
yearly
have. But
tradition.
Yeah.
at
No,
some
I
point,
guess
the cream has to rise to the top.
I guess you have to just try and figure out a way to have Story play short. I think that
Yeah.
optimizes your lineup too. I mean, you don't have any holes if he can play short. Really.
And the whole point, he had the surgeries to make sure that
Yeah, I mean, what's
He's able to
yeah?
throw
Why? I wonder. I haven't seen anything regarding him playing short, as far as like a beat reporter or any like. I don't know if they're
has to.
talking about it. I don't know.
He has to. He has to.
Yeah,
I mean, this is a week.
he
ago.
does. He really does. He really. What, Liam?
I mean, a week ago, I guess he started baseball activities, but that it sounds like he's just hitting though, as of right now.
That phrase always makes me laugh
Uh.
when someone's coming back from injuries. He started up baseball
Baseball
activities. Is it
cute.
like playing t-ball? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
baby's first
Yeah.
baseball game is doing, hold the bat wrong.
I mean, it's apparently okay. So Cora said he's been throwing down there. I guess he started
All right,
throwing before.
I've
he
decided
started
he's playing
hitting.
short.
Did you hear? Trevor's throwing now. Baseball
So-
activities. Yoo-hoo.
Did he play short at all last year? It's like for a game or two.
Did he?
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up.
I don't think so. I mean, because
No, I think
I don't think
Kike
so.
would go there when Xander was out.
or Dahlbeck.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby. Bobby Dahlbeck.
I mean, if Story
crushing it in
comes,
Worcester right now.
yeah, he is. If Story comes back and plays short, that's a hell of a lineup you got. 1 through 9, 1
Yeah,
through 8, and then
that's a
your
dump.
catcher depending on the day. I don't know,
Yeah,
but talk nice to me. I mean, and then if he doesn't, then
and again, you have the added depth there too. If you're not going to start Duvall every day or whoever in the outfield, then you've got some depth or someone that you could plug a DH to get Turner or Devers off of their feet every so often.
yeah. What do you do? Do you just like platoon? I mean, you'll have like 5 outfielders, and then Rob
Verdugo,
plays
Massa,
against
and
lefties.
And I mean, Duran's actually played some okay defense in center field, which
That's
I never
what I mean.
thought I was going to be saying that. It's been
He's
solid
not
out there defensively.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I don't
maybe
know.
maybe you platoon him in Duvall, lefty righty, depending on the day. Maybe.
But then you also got to get Ref Snyder in there to hit the lefty too.
Yeah. But you
that's
would
ano-
do
that's
that every
another guy.
You'd only do that, once every so often. You know what I mean? You have to give Yoshida an off day or something like that. That's when you plug Ref Snyder in or Verdugo, or
Yeah.
you
Lot going on here,
Ref,
fellas.
you DH Ref Snyder
Oh.
when it's a lefty.
Oh no!
I hate to go back to Tapia. One thing we didn't think about:
what?
he's got 5 stolen bases already this year.
How 5 back?
Uh,
Yeah,
but-
but Duran would exist.
But no, I'm
still.
just saying, like, if there's like a need for speed on the bench.
It's true. It's important again in baseball.
Now, I mean, now that steals are back, folks.
Steals are back.
I don't know
Steals
if
are
that.
back.
I'm not-
Is that,
I'm not
is that the
I'm not
deciding
expecting-
factor? You know what I mean? Like, is that like going to be enough to carry him over a guy
I mean,
who
who
plays
else?
some
Who
good?
else on the bench would you pinch run?
It's a good question.
I mean, in a perfect world, okay. So say Story and Valdez are the middle infield. Are we just saying like Kike's a pinch runner? I don't think of him as
No, he's not that fast.
That speedy.
I think if it, I
Gruff's
think
not,
if we get
is
to the
not particularly fast.
yeah.
if we get to the trade deadline, obviously if we're bad, we would trade him. But even if we're good, if we get to the trade deadline and Duvall and Duran are both still good, I think I'm trading Duvall. Get something for him. He's not here next year. You already have enough outfielders.
It's interesting because again, I mentioned this when he was on his hot streak in April. People who maybe don't follow the league like as intently as they do just the Red Sox have not experienced an Adam Duvall cold streak just yet. He is a very,
True.
very streaky player, and he was great to begin the year, of course, no doubt about it. He was awesome. Duvall, especially coming off of an injury, very helter-skelter. But I also think teams know that. You know what I mean? How much are they going to be able to pay up for Adam Duvall, who's on a short contract as it is, and is coming off of an injury as it is, and is streaky by nature as it is? I don't know how much you get for him. I think you just ride that out, Jake.
No, I'm just saying you get to the deadline and if by that point it's still clear that Duran is your guy, I'm leaving you with something. You know, go grab a prospect. Why not?
Just some random
Why
guy.
not? Look at fucking Vaz last year. We have maybe a second baseman for what he played. He played like 20 games for the Astros. Rentals, you know, you can really make out like a bandit sometimes. So I'm just saying,
It's just that if Duvall was healthy entirely the whole time, then maybe you'd be able to get something. But again, I think teams are going to look at a guy like, okay, he was hot to begin the year, but he's coming back from this wrist. It's a wrist issue, right? Yeah, it's a wrist issue.
He only played 8 games. It feels like
Yeah, it's not even that big of a
feels
sample.
like I mean feels
he
like
he was special though, fellas. He
Greatest
was
player
special.
I've ever seen
His
during for a week.
His OPS
What was
plus
OPS
is
plus?
303.
303.
Great band.
Great
303.
band. Great. and I believe his OPS was like 1500, right? Something around
Sure
there.
was.
Something absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's slugging
He
1,000.
He was special.
That's
So,
insane.
but again, all good problems to have for the most part.
I
What are
guess.
we-
Yeah.
God, what an impact! What an impact he really had in April, huh?
Yeah.
April.
Talking about him like Barry Bonds is coming back. Oh, what are we gonna do?
Is anybody
man.
else? Who else is hurt? Is that everybody? Are we?
I think that's pretty much it, right?
Am I forgetting someone?
We mentioned Cutter, who again should be in the rotation.
Well, he's back. He's back.
Yeah. Whitlock, we mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good little discussion there because, you know, because this is a good team. I don't know if it's not a great team. It's not this amazing
No.
team, but it's a good enough
No.
team to make some noise. It's good enough. We're getting towards your mark of Memorial Day, Jake.
Are we in the
they're
playoffs
running
right now?
home. We're on the outside
We
looking in
are
as it
not.
stands. I think we're probably, 2 games back?
So
It's a
blow it
dogfight
up.
to get into the playoffs, but the Red Sox, at least right now, are in the conversation. The AL
Let's
is
see,
stacked. The AL is ridiculous right now.
yeah, we're 2.5 back of the third wild card. So 2.5 back of the Yankees.
But there's a ton of teams, you
Okay.
know what I mean? It's
I would say there are. Yeah, I'd say everybody, but like 3 teams in the AL are good, or can be good. Ooh, actually, I take that back.
all
maybe.
the American League Central for the most part is just a mess.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Ass.
say. They might
So much
all be
ass.
bad. They might all be bad. I think Cleveland still could turn it around.
The AL East and a good chunk of the AL West is all good.
Yeah, I
Except
mean,
Oakland's not good.
I didn't realize
That's it.
until before this West Coast trip that like the Angels were kind of sticking around. They're only a half game back of us in the wild card standings.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to win
So-
tonight.
Texas, of
Gotta win
course, is
tonight.
having a great year. Houston is a sleeping giant, it feels like. I mean, they just won the freaking World Series. Seattle has potential, although they're kind of faltering to open the season.
Now, their run differential favors a better record, though.
Yeah, I usually look at run differential because by the end of the year, that almost always is like the line. I mean, this year it looks
When
like
there's
it'll be-
that many games, it's going to even out. And
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
almost
Shoot-
always
shoot
the line
colors.
of like a playoff team or a very close to a playoff team and not one. And going by that, every team in the AL is at Toronto's run differential is only +5.
Yeah, because Alek Manoah's given up 300 runs so
Yeah, I
far.
don't think like outside. I mean, even Gosman got knocked up by the Orioles.
Yeah,
over the
that Cy
weekend.
Young
Bassett
pick by
has
me
had
is
some ugly days.
catastrophic pick by me for Cy Young.
Yeah, not.
No.
Which pick was worse, though? Your Alek Manoah Cy Young pick or my Chicago White Sox AL Central pick?
Ooh, probably yours.
Yeah, because that's a whole
Let's trade.
team.
Let's trade
Yeah,
Duvall
I was
for
gonna
Cease.
I was gonna say that's a whole team that stinks. Mine's-
Duvall for Cease?
Yeah, why not? Who says
Says,
no?
who says no?
Who's the White Sox GM these days?
I don't know.
That
Good
team,
question.
that's they've won. They've
Is it
only
the guy
won.
Hahn? Yeah, Rick Hahn. There you go.
Oh yeah, that's right. They've only won 3 playoff series in their entire existence, and it's all the year they won the World Series in 05.
yeah, we've mentioned that before.
That's so fucking crazy.
Psychotic. So,
How's that? How's that possible?
Oh.
You've existed for like 100 years.
those pale holes.
You
pale hose
guys know
baseball,
who
baby.
we could? I mean, Giolito's a free agent at the end of the year.
Oh, Liam's dealing up right now.
Mm.
Nah, I'm not in on a rental. No, get guys with control. Don't be stupid this year, unless you're getting like a that's
Also, Giolito is like once
Yeah, he
you
could
think
turn
you're
into a
totally out on
pumpkin
him, he turns
in
it
a
around.
minute.
But then you start to give him some trust, and he blows up. I don't trust Giolito.
He's not. He's not spectacular, but hey, the ERA and the FIP are both under 4. It's more than most of our rotation can say.
Sure, but it's like
well, yeah.
he could also just go like 2 months where it's just complete dog shit. I don't know. Maybe if at the right price, you could take.
I
a
don't know.
flyer
I
on him.
mean, if you look at the last 5 years, I mean, last year was an outlier. ERA plus has been 134, 128, 124.
If we could get
122
one-
now.
Look at me. I'm musing about. We're not even close to the deadline or whatever. But if like one cost controlled starter would do amazing things for the outlook of the franchise, really. Like if you get a guy with like 2-3 years of control, you're cooking. You trade some of your, I don't know, your York. I basically would trade any prospect not named Meyer or Bly. Right?
Yeah,
I would agree. I would
Yeah,
agree
for the
with
most
that.
part, generally speaking, I don't
Yeah.
think that's a
Who-
bad idea. Giolito, yeah, maybe Giolito. I got to give him a little bit more credit. Maybe he was a bit better than I thought he was. His FIP was 4.06 last year compared to the 4.90 ERA.
Like
Whip
if we
was damn
decide
near 1.5,
Whitlock,
though.
if Whitlock can stick as a starter, and then you trade for another starter from your depth of prospects, and you could be running out Whitlock, Bayo, and the third guy as like kind of a core for your starting rotation for the next few years. That's mint, fellas.
And I don't
That's
know how
mint.
long Paxton stays along, but if it was, like
Well, he's also old. I don't know if I just mean
he also looks really good. He's got his
no. I know. I'm
fastball
saying
velocity as high as
like
it's been in a couple of
3-4
years.
years, 3-4. You know.
Yeah, down the line, who knows how good
Yeah,
he's going to
I
be.
think
at
a
that point.
cost-controlled starter is like, because the offense is fine, will be fine for the next decade. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, more than fine. It could be.
Yeah, I'm not really. I mean, you got Massa, you got Devers. I do think Verdugo will get extended. Yeah, you got your prospects. Got no real strong pitching prospects though. That's where the problem lies.
Yeah.
Because they all suck now, right? Like all the Worcester guys have been terrible
No,
to
they've
start
got,
the year.
Who's the kid that? Who's
Oh,
that kid
Drohan.
who's-
Drohan.
Yeah,
Drohan.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, he might be special. He might
You
be
don't mess
special.
with the Drohan.
Yeah, that's really good whenever he gets
I
it.
mean, one guy you could look at if we're talking controllable starters, and I'm only
let me
thinking
hear
of
it.
him because his
hear it.
name came up a lot over the winter. Was Edward Cabrera in Miami?
Mm.
Sure.
20,
Kid's got nasty stuff.
25. I mean, hell, you could move Rafaela, and they could have a center fielder and actually move Jazz back to the infield.
I think Duran being real,
Spitballing.
maybe is like. I bet if
That's
if
huge.
Duran, if Duran stays real for the rest of the year, Rafael is almost guaranteed to be gone this offseason, I think. Because then
Which-
Bly's what, 19, and Rafael is what, 20, what, 1 or 2? So you don't even think about it at that point.
You guys just
Yeah,
with your
he's
confidence
22.
of Duran, you just have
Yeah,
to.
people talk about Bly like he's fucking like Willie Mays. I don't like, but it's a little secret right now, you know.
Yeah, I think for the most part, the Red Sox have a hype machine with their prospects. It feels like they get overhyped. I feel like this kid is underhyped right now.
Yeah,
Lars Anderson, I still believe.
Yeah, right. I'm still holding out hope for George Kataris too.
Hey,
was
that's
a
a
trade-
World Series champ.
I was
Yeah.
a Trey Ball guy.
Kelly,
personally.
Trey
Oh
Ball,
God, how could you ever be a trade ball?
Trey Ball,
Kelly Shopik.
the Jake
Shopik had a
DeGrom
nice little career
centerpiece.
for himself,
The Jake
you know?
DeGrom centerpiece.
That's right.
That's right.
I can't believe.
Could you
that story
imagine?
kills me.
That's a real sliding doors moment, huh?
Yeah, could you?
What was,
world would be
like they
completely
almost
different.
said yes, right? Wasn't it like at the last minute?
Yeah,
Mets
at
were
the last
yeah,
minute,
no,
like-
sorry.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was like Sandy. The GM at the time was like all for it, and I think like they had to like talk him off the ledge.
Yeah, I mean, as if Mets fans.
Hey.
I mean, that might be it. I mean, you'd see some real.
I mean, when you have a chance to acquire a talent like Kelly Shopik,
Yeah,
it is
You have to.
enticing. I have to say, you have to think about it.
I'm trying to think if there's a trade like that. I mean, I'm sure there is, obviously, but like for like a legit ace, like MVP guy for like a bench player when they were both prospects. I'd love to see a list of if I could find something like that.
Heathcliff Slocum.
He was in the majors though. That's what
I
I'm
know,
saying. Like,
I know.
I'd love
Yeah,
to
I think
find
about that. I mean, what?
like
what
a 1
Bagwell-
for 1 is rare anyway. But the trade is 1 for 1.
Yeah. So, all right. Do we want to take another break and then head into our draft?
Sure.
Let's do it. Break time number 2 now.
This is a fat episode.
It is a fat episode, and it's going to get
fatty.
fatter with this ad right here.
It's a fatty.
This is a big one. All right, we're back.
Oh.
What's that? What's up, Jake?
No, nothing. We're back. We're back.
Okay. All right, perfect.
We never left.
We never left.
Again, thank you to Sarah Griffin for coming back onto
Thank
the
you,
show.
Sarah. Thank you, Sarah.
Oh, actually, you know what? No. Let me restart that because I gotta pitch it after the ad, and then I have to make a third break and say we're back after that. So forget that I just.
I'm
did
gonna mute myself, Fitz. Tell me when to come back. You handle it.
that. Could be roll. Sorry, I'm just making notes for editing.
Oh.
Ow!
Low Artie.
I'm gonna just pull shit off my shelf and show you guys. So that's
Okay.
Arthur. We have.
All right, we're back from the ad. Pawn and Lansdowne, Jake, Liam, Fitz. Always good to have you around. Thank you for listening. Thanks for listening to this very long episode. And we got a great segment coming up in just a moment. Jake is showing me memorabilia. He's muted. He's actually not muted right now, but he's showing me different memorabilia off of his shelf as I do this read regarding our Twitter. If you don't know, we're all on Twitter, at Fitzimo Pena for myself, at Jake Wallinger for the memorabilia man over there, and Liam Fennessy _ for Liam as well. The show itself is at Pod on Lansdowne. Follow us there for all sorts of shenanigans throughout the year and in the offseason too. We don't just go away when the Red Sox go away. If you have a question for the show, you are more than welcome to call our voicemail line, which, Liam, again, I'm going to test you. What is it?
617-420-24.
31.
Yes.
Jake, right at the
Yes,
end.
that was
Teamwork.
it. I knew it was a
That's
30. So I was
exactly
going to say
it.
34, but I was like, it's not Big Poppy.
Gold star, guys. Gold star. Good teamwork there. 617-420-2431 is our voicemail line. You can call throughout the year. We will be checking that, sprinkling that in. We'll have another voicemail and DM mailbag episode at some point in the near future, I imagine. But for now, we do have a very special segment with a very special guest, Sarah Griffin, former member of this very program, Pod on Lansdowne. The true OGs remember Respect My Driveway and whatnot. That's deep Pod on Lansdowne lore, which that episode is not available anymore because I canceled the SoundCloud subscription for the specific Pod on Lansdowne independent feed. So all those old episodes are like protected within SoundCloud, but if we want to listen to it again, I got to pay like $10-15 a month, and I don't feel like doing that with a wedding coming up in a couple months for myself. So anyways, we will kick it to our local Jingles commercial draft with Sarah right now. 50:05.
That was a Mo Vaughn autograph, Liam.
I was gonna say it looked like 42, but I was like, it doesn't. I was like, that doesn't look like Mo Vaughn
The
at
hit
all.
dog.
Yes.
Oh, if we're doing show and tell, my cool Masa card
what do
from
we get?
Japan.
Dude, I want a fucking Masa Buffaloes jersey. So I would pay. I would pay.
Their jerseys
pretty-
are nasty.
Yeah, but you they don't sell them like KBO teams don't sell jerseys. It's really hard to get them, I guess.
They don't sell Johns.
It's fucked up.
Sad. All right, let's bring it back. Again, folks, Sarah Griffin, thank you so much for coming on to the program this week with the draft. And I know I said it at the top. I think I dominated that draft. Giant Glass at the number 4 overall pick. Was
That's
simply
great value.
absurd.
That's great value.
Very good value. That was the genesis of the whole idea. Tweeted that out. Who do you call when your windshield's busted? This is a long fucking episode, man. We're coming up on 2 hours.
Yeah. I mean, you want to wrap it up? I don't know.
Yeah, let's wrap it up here. Do we want to wrap
Yeah.
it up with a little bit more Red Sox talk? Like, what do we expect going forward into this week? Because we've got the rest of this Angels series. We got we're in the desert. Got to play some games in
Desert.
Arizona.
Yeah, old friend Tori. Hang out with old friend Tori.
Hopefully,
True.
don't get Zach Gallen.
You saw another bird died yesterday? You guys see that?
Yeah, in
On
Cleveland,
the field, yeah.
Yeah.
got hit with a line drive.
Is Randy
Hey,
Johnson in
themselves.
attendance?
happens.
They're killing themselves. Is that serious? Was he really there?
I'm asking if he was.
Oh.
That would be crazy.
Oh.
I don't know why he'd be there, but
Maybe he's taking pictures. Let's. I'd like to do a quick little thing. This can wrap us up on the 531 giveaway, the bobblehead, the 2013 Koji and David Ross embracing bobblehead.
it's a travesty.
Yeah, not good. Not good. Koji looks.
He looks
I
like
don't
Tom
even know.
Cruise.
He doesn't. Well, he doesn't even look like a person, really, like a human being. It's very strange. I don't know how
You have
that
the picture in
got
our group
past-
chat, right? I want to pull this up.
Yeah, we'll post it too. It's not good. It's not good. It is cool the arm waves though. I must say, I love when a bobblehead has something that bobbles that's not the head. I think that's fun.
Yeah, he looks like Jim Carrey.
Yeah, Jim Carrey.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's saying
he
like
does.
"smucking," like that's
Yeah,
what he's
the
doing.
mouth.
in
His mouth is comically large, like relative to yeah. Yeah.
and it's like it looks like the mouth of a fish.
It's really bad. I mean, I'll be there and I'll receive it and I'll display it in my home, but it's weird. It's a weird bobblehead.
What
I
kind of
hope
sound
that.
was-
I hope that's not the final product.
It is.
I'm
Liam.
hoping that's just like a.
You think they could
prototype?
scrap it? They
A
could hand out
rendering,
the
an
little
early
pieces of
rendering.
paper like when the racist David Ortiz bobbleheads dropped.
Oh God,
Yeah.
do you remember
Come
that?
back.
I was at that game. I was at the game and I got a piece of paper and I had to register to get my bobblehead.
Your racist bobblehead.
Well, they did. They cleaned it up, but yeah, it's not good. I'm disappointed because I was really excited. I mean, I keep saying I'm disappointed it's not good, but I'll be there and I will receive the bobblehead.
Same.
I'm a sucker for a giveaway bobblehead. I'll get almost any of them.
What sound is Koji making in that bobblehead? Looks like
Ow!
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say something along the lines of, oh, like,
yeah. Kill me.
put me out of my misery. When you nut and she keeps sucking.
All right.
Koji, Jim Carrey face. Good. That's what we call a meme out here in the streets.
Yep.
Ow!
We should that's a good reaction pick. Like if something bad happens, we can post the Koji bobblehead. Like zoomed it, you know.
Should we face app it so he's smiling?
Yeah. That's great.
This pleases the Jim Carrey Koji. Oh man. Yeah, I think that's our video clip that we tweet this week. Some Koji Jim Carrey talk. Oh man. Someone's got to give me that bobblehead though. I agree. I need that right there on my shelf.
Jake, I'm looking at I think we were talking Yoshida jerseys off air, I believe.
Yeah, you got a link?
It's like they have Samurai Japan Yoshida jerseys.
That's
but like
yeah.
they're also like pushing $300. I exchanged I pulled up the exchange rate and
yeah.
wasn't super
That ain't gonna fly.
but it looks legit. Like they have an Instagram account, they have a Twitter account. The jerseys are real.
I want the Buffaloes one. I want a Buffaloes one.
I
Yeah,
want it
same.
now, Daddy.
I want it
I
now.
pulled up the
What's it
Buffaloes.
now?
I mean, you could get a Yamamoto one for future Red Sox ace coming next year.
Yeah, you want to talk about cost-controlled pitchers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I'm really happy that we didn't get Senga, just because like I've been looking at his numbers since the season started.
It's
Not
fine.
just
He's
like
fine.
Not just
He's
like the
fine.
Mets numbers, but like his numbers in Japan. He doesn't throw a ton of innings.
Yeah, I mean they just
So-
kicked him back to Wednesday. The day they're listening to this. Senga's starting today and not Tuesday to give him a little bit more extended rest. So it's like,
I think it'd be
okay.
really cool if we just, the Massa sign. Massa, great player. He's been very good for us. But if we also used him as like leverage to acquire more
He's our
Japanese
our
players.
recruiter,
Yeah,
Shohei Ohtani.
we can corner the
Or,
market on Japanese
our
players.
Pacific Rim correspondent.
Could you just fucking imagine if we got it's? I don't think it's gonna happen, but just
Oh,
humor me for a moment.
these Yamamoto ones are only like 115, Jake.
That's not bad.
So
That's an
Alright.
investment.
that's doable.
But just humor me from if we fucking got Ohtani.
What was the other kid on the Japanese team that was hitting bombs?
Oh,
Murphy.
the lefty there. He has a great.
Yeah, what's he?
card in the
He's
show. I
not.
forget
He's
his
not
name.
this off season, but he's next one. I think he can come over. Right? Is that what it is?
What's his name?
It's
don't know.
Murakami.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's only 23. He's for sure coming over.
no, but I think he has like he can't come this year. I think it's
He's a brick shit house.
yeah.
He is. Bro's
He is.
bro's thick.
We could have two brick shit houses, guys.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Another lefty bat.
Let's see.
We're just gonna be the Tokyo Red Sox. I'm fine with that. That works for me.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no, totally.
This
I love
article
Japan.
this
I-
article's headline is when Japanese star Murakami can join MLB, and then it doesn't tell you.
Got you again on the clickbait.
That's
the
journalism, baby.
Well, in any event, those are signings for a different day. This
Yes,
day,
they are.
do
Yes,
we want to
they
wrap up this day? Because again, we're at 2 hours.
Yeah,
do
we
it.
should. Yeah, we should.
About time.
Let's call it an episode. Thank you. If you have made it to this point, we should give you something. What should we give them, Liam?
Handshake emoji. Respond to the episode tweet.
If you get to this point and you're on Twitter,
Sure.
tweet at us at Pod on Lansdowne with a handshake emoji. We will reply with a handshake emoji right back to you. That is the Pod on Lansdowne guarantee.
And we'll follow you if we don't.
1 for 1.
Yeah, if we don't, we'll follow you.
Ooh,
Yeah.
we're giving out follows now.
Yeah,
A little slutty.
the cherished Pod on Lansdowne follow train. Yeah.
Follow for a follow.
Babe, this niche Red Sox podcast followed me on Twitter. That's great, but you forgot to pick the kids up from school, so you sleep on the couch tonight. I don't care.
Congratulations.
So, all right, let's call it there. Let's put a pin in it until next week. So, for Jake, for Liam, for Sarah, again, thank you to Sarah. I'm Fitz, and you have been you. Thank you so much, as always, for listening to Pod on Lansdowne. Again, back next week, hopefully with an undefeated stretch until then. But until then, go Sox. Obey your mother.
Obey your mother.
Obey your beloved mother.
The person who helps raise
Who
you,
raised you,
brought
carried
into
you
this
for 9
world.
months. That's right. Obey
A
her.
guardian or your guardian.
Or guardian.
That's it.
Obey your guardian.
Or obey your father.
Yeah. Obey your father. Obey your grandparent, if that's the case.
be
Obey people who deserve being obeyed. But have some respect for yourself.
Obey figures of authority.
All right, this is it's gonna. It's, all right.
Specifically your mother.
I want to go play